So, what is going on YouTube? This is Sam from TeamSamuraiX1 here, and today guys, I'm coming at you with an updated deck profile on my Burning Abyss PK Fire deck for the August 29, 2016 ban list for you guys. This is the officially new ban list that Konami has just released. If you guys haven't yet checked out the ban list, make sure you guys check it out. The link will be in the description box below. To be honest guys, August 29th, 2016 ban list sounds super awkward. So you know what, I'm just going to call it September 2016 ban list. That sounds way better. And you know what guys, PK Fire, I'm telling you right now, that deck barely got touched. It's just like you're literally playing Burning Abyss, like normal Burning Abyss all over again, where you literally just spam Dante's. And even though with one Beatrice, the deck is still functionable, and it's still going to be one of the best decks of next format, in my personal opinion. And before I get started with this video, I just want to give a huge shout out goes to my teammate Jesse Cotton for helping me build this deck list. Definitely guys, as the format progresses, I'll be making sure to make updates on this deck. But right now I have a rough copy and a rough draft on what I think is going to be the standard Burning Abyss deck list for the next format, and I'll explain to you guys all my card choices as I progress through the deck profile. Shoutouts to Januth and Carl as well for letting me borrow some of the cards, and I really appreciate them for helping me out for that. And so without further ado, let's get started with this deck profile. This deck profile is very standard. Dante is still at 3. Dante was the best card in the deck. Dante is what made Burning Abyss functional in the first place. So you know what, since Dante did not get touched, you know, the deck's still very functional. And also with what's it called, the Phantom Knight engine. The Phantom Knight engine is just very strong as well to help you make into your first turn Dante's faster, and also helps you go into your Beatrice. Although that you have one Beatrice is still very powerful. So without further ado, let's get started. Let's start up with the PK Fire engine. You want to play, of course, the standard triple boots. Very good. Triple boots, double gloves, and double cloak in my personal opinion. I felt like the standard lineup is very basic to play in Burning Abyss Phantom Knights. I did not have another copy of cloak, so unfortunately I really had to proxy. So I'm sorry about that, guys. So triple boots searches out your fog blades and wings, gloves your foolish burial, and cloak searches out your boots, which is pretty cool. So the standard you know, PK Fire engine, you know, you guys all know the standard engine for that. And let's go off to our Burning Abyss engine. You want to play, of course, triple Scarm, very self-explanatory. Scarm is one of the best cards in the deck as well. Searches out all your Burning Abyss and searches out your tour guide as well. Double Farfa. I actually might even consider bumping this card up to 3, but so far I've been testing this card out at 2, and it's working wonders for me at 2 so far. So double Farfa is good. And I played double Alec. You know, the monster negation effect is actually pretty relevant, and also I want to see as many names of Burning Abyss in my hand as much as possible, so I can easily make my first turn Dante, which is pretty cool. So double Alec. Next turn I play, of course, the one Lonely Seer. You know what, I felt like this card should got hit last ban list. Sir at 2, it made the deck so functional. Even though this card is at 1, you still have triple Dante, so that way that Dante can always loop the Sir back to hand anyways. And you also have Allure of Darkness. If Sir were to ever get banished, you know, if you ever have to banish the Sir off Allure of Darkness or things like that, you can always recurse Sir back with Levier to recycle back your Dantes and things like that, which is pretty good. So one Sir definitely kind of slowed down the deck a bit, but this deck is still completely functional in my personal opinion. So of course, one Sir, one Graph, very self-explanatory, the one Cow Cab, one Barbar, and last but not least, you play, of course, the one Rubik. I actually threw Rubik in as my last and final tech because I felt like Virgil can actually be a very problematic card against some decks' format. You know, shuffling cards back into the deck is just very powerful. And Rubik is also another name for your Burning Abyss, and it's also an additional free special summon essentially, which is very strong. So Rubik can help you make your Virgil, and he can also help you make Dante as well. And it's a free summon, so why not just play one copy of Rubik tech, in my personal opinion. So that's pretty much it for our Burning Abyss engine. Let's go off to, you know, one of the best tour, you know, we're playing, you know, triple tour guide again. So you're essentially playing 4 tour guides. This deck. You're gonna play triple Speed Warrior Tear Top, and of course one Target Tomboard, very self-explanatory, and of course the one tour guide. You guys all know what these do. One card Dante, and next you're gonna play, of course, double Maxi. Maxi is now at 2 in the TCG. You want to play double copies of the card because Blue Eyes is going to be relevant. ABCs, also Metaphors, Pendulums, and things like that, even Cosmos. So meaning the Maxi is just very good within the next format, in my personal opinion. So double Maxi. And last but not least, I was talking to Jesse about this card, and Jesse was telling me how, you know, Burning Abyss needs a heavy hitter within the next format because we did lose, you know, double Beatrice. So I decided just to Second, the one black was a soldier in the beginning. This card can actually change games, which is really, really good. BLS is a very strong card overall, and it's also a free summon by just banishing your, one of your lights, one of your darks in your graveyard, which is pretty nice. So one BLS is a spicy tag of mine and Jesse within this deck for the next format. You guys don't have to play the BLS if you guys do not want to. It's just like a personal tech, and also same goes for Rubik as well. It's all up to personal preference on what you guys want to play in the deck, and you know what? Just use my deck as guidelines on what you guys can play in your decks and things like that. So that's all I gotta say. For the monsters, let's go off to our spells. We're gonna play, of course, Triple Twin Twister. Card is really good. You know, ditching your Burning Abyss to the graveyard to hit problematic back rolls is just very strong. And you know, I feel like Pendulums is going to be one of the best decks next format, and hitting scales and things like that is just very important. And you know, having Pendulum Call now at 1 means that you can easily hit their scales much easier and things like that. So Triple Twin Twister is definitely needed in my personal opinion. One Foolish Burial. You guys all know what Foolish Burial does. One Regeki. Oh my god, you want to play Triple Lure Darkness. This card is absolutely amazing. I felt like this card speeds up the deck very much. You know, really good because you know, you draw 2 cards, but you banish a dark. You can always reoccur that monster that was banished with Levier during mid or late game to extend your combo plays, which is very amazing. So you know, Triple Lure Darkness, your whole entire deck is dark, and you know, this card is just so good. I can't believe this card is finally at 3, which is pretty amazing. So Triple Lure Darkness speeds up the deck by a ton. Let's go out to our traps. Triple Fog Blade, very powerful as well. Your Fiendish Chain of the deck, your searchable Fiendish Chain, searchable off the boots. You want to play, of course, the wings, the extra special summon by just banishing the wings to bring out the Phantom Knights from graveyard is just very strong. Since Seer is now at 1, you want to kind of focus more on the PK, more on the Phantom Knights engine. So I decided to just put in the one Phantom Knight wings. So a huge shout out to Jesse for giving me the idea. So yeah, shout outs to you, Jesse. So 1 wings, and last but not least, I play, of course, the 1 Solemn Warning to round off our deck list. And you know what, guys, I was debating whether or not to main anti-spell fragments for the next upcoming format, but we do not know what the next format is going to be like. But I'm definitely going to be siding anti-spell fragments in the side deck. I'll show you guys my side deck for a second, and I'll explain to you guys all my side deck card choices. So let's go out with triple anti-spell. You know, this is in the side deck. As I said before, I was debating whether or not to main deck this card, but we do not know what's going to be what's going to be the top decks next format. Like, you know, we know that we have an idea that, you know, Pendulum is going to be there. We know Cosmo is going to be there. We know, you know, Metal Foes and things like that are going to be there. So, but for now, I just, you know, it's safe to say that anti-spell fragments can go in the side deck. But as format progresses, definitely I might even be maining anti-spell fragments because it hits a lot of decks. You know, Pendulums, if Pendulums become very popular again, anti-spell fragments is definitely going to the main deck. Also, it kind of slows down Blue Eyes. So 1 System's down, 1 Dark Hole actually, and 1 System's down. Very nice. Clears boards, which is pretty cool. 1 Majesty's Fiend, double Vanity's Fiend. You summon this on Blue Eyes, they just cry. If you have no ult to this card, you know, you automatically just win the duel. So 1 Vanity's Fiend, 1 Vanity's Emptiness, triple Effect Veiler, still very strong, and last but not least, double Flying Sea. I'm sorry guys if I have mismatched sleeves. You know, my apologies in advance. Other card cherries. You guys have cherries, definitely play cherries in the deck because cherries can hit the mirror match. The Dante's can also hit what is it called? It can also hit ABCs within the near future, which is pretty cool. So this the side deck is always up to personal preference. I like to give you guys a rough draft of what you guys can play in your side deck. You know, here's an idea on what you guys can play. You know, there might be some Monarchs within the near future again. So Master Restrict may be able to come in here and things like that. So you know what, side deck is always up to personal preference. But for now, I'm just giving you guys a rough draft on what you guys can play in your side deck. So that's pretty much it for your side. Let's go off to your extra deck real quick. For the extra deck, you know, the card that never got touched, Triple Dante. I felt like if Dante went to 1 instead, this deck actually would have been dead because Dante is the bread and butter of the deck in my personal opinion. So Triple Dante, guys, I don't know what he does. Very amazing. 1 Beatrice. Still a very good card. What's really funny was that Gabe and I were talking about this card. Gabe Marcus and I were talking about this card and how we should play Monster Reincarnation in your decks. Just discard a card to add this card back into the extra deck. So it's very funny. So for now, 1 Beatrice because it is at 1. It's very unfortunate that this card is at 1. Of course, double what is it called? Fogblade. Not Fogblade, Break Sword. Very amazing. 1 Grand Pulse, double Levier. I decided to bump this card up to 2 because you are playing triple Lure Darkness and the Lure can just Levier can just reoccur back to banish monsters, which is pretty cool. 1 F-Zero, 1 number 47, Dark Rebellion XYZ because of Break Sword, 1 Virgil because you can tutor it off Beatrice, but Beatrice, as I said before, would rather tutor out Dante Pilgrim instead of the Virgil because you know, Dante Pilgrim is just very powerful, and Virgil you can have easy access to this card through Rubik, which is pretty nice as well. So that's why I decided to play the Virgil because you do play the Rubik in the deck. And last but not least, I'm gonna play, of course, the Pilgrim and 1 number 30 Acid Golem. I really did not know what to put in for the 15 card spot. It's just very optional what you guys can play. I was thinking, you know, to maybe even incorporate this mini engine right here. I'm sorry guys if my camera moved. I was thinking to maybe incorporate this engine over here, the Digital Bug engine, Giga Brilliant, and the Digital Bug Corbage, but I just couldn't find space, so I just decided to cut out. No, before I was missing F-Zero, right? So like this is my deck list before. Like I was just missing F-Zero, and I completely forgot. So you know what? I had to put in the F-Zero. So I had to take this card out. You know, like I had to take out one of these cards. If I take out one of these cards, you know, might as well take out both of them. I took out both of these cards and just added an F-Zero and a number 30 Acid Golem to round off our extra deck. So this is pretty much it for my deck profile, guys. Any changes that you guys might want to see, or any changes that you guys want me to make in this deck profile, please let me know in the comment section below. That'll be absolutely amazing, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. You guys have been requesting this deck profile ever since the ban list dropped, and you guys all know I always answer your prayers. Here it is, my Burning Abyss deck profile. If you guys have smashed the likes button and give this video 500 plus likes, that would be freaking absolutely amazing, guys. You know, this channel keeps growing, and I really appreciate all your help and support, man. We're almost at 40,000 subscribers, and I just can't thank you guys enough. And you know what? Hopefully you guys can enjoy the next format, and you know what, I have tons and tons of deck profiles coming up for you guys, so make sure you guys give this video 500 plus likes for that. And this is Sam from Team Samurai Sam signing out. Alright guys, peace!